Well, I speak to probably more than 200 groups of young people around the country each year, and I would say that in each of the groups I speak to there are young people who've experienced gate crashing, or they certainly know somebody who has, and that can be anything from the cheeky sort of smooching their way in to the full-on people have armed themselves and they've gone there to mess with them.
Sonya, hiring security guards is something that parents probably wouldn't have done 20 years ago for their kids' parties. Do you think it's actually making things worse today?
Oh, look, I think there's always been that sort of drunken idiot who's wanted to take on the bouncer, if you like. But I think it's a great idea to hire security for parties. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a formal company that you engage, but perhaps it could be family members. You know, we've all got the family member who's 6'4" and built like the proverbial, who can stand on the front door and take care of things and know what a drunk person looks like and have an idea of how to handle, gate crashes. So I think it's a much better idea for parents to investigate the possibility of that. And when they're looking at having a company, talking to the company beforehand and just saying, look, this is what we expect. Have you had experience with working with young people at parties before? And if things go wrong, this is what we'd like you to do.
As the father of a 15 and a 14-year-old, there'll be no parties at my house ever, so I won't need security. Why do people have these parties at home? Wouldn't it just be smarter not to do it?
Well, I guess it's just what teenagers would like to have. You know, I'm sure, Steve, that you will have this question asked of you pretty soon.
I hope not.
Well,
I hope not.
That's what will happen. And you know, it is a scary thing because we don't hear about the tens of thousands of parties that go off, you know, with a fantastic night and no problems and everything's wonderful. We hear about what happened with Liam on the weekend and all the Corey Worthingtons of the world.
Yeah, you don't want him to come to your party.
You do not.
The reality is, though, that social media and texting, they're a part of people's lives. Sonya, what would you suggest to kids if they want to stop the word of a party spreading?
Well, look, I always say to young people, if you're going to have a party, know that if you put it on social media, even though you think it's a private event, it won't be a private event. People can cut and paste and send it out to the world. So if you're going to invite through social media in these ways that can easily spread around, then have some information in there that says to a potential gate crasher, okay, these guys are prepared. So things like invitation only, party is registered with the police and security will be present. And so that just shows potential gate crashers that, you know, we're ready for you.
Some great advice, Sonya. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.